Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Henke Rink inside Meadowbank Ice House for the AWIHL Grand Final played today for the fourth consecutive season between the Melbourne Ice and the Adelaide Adrenaline. Craig Durham, so glad to have you with me here, and it's been a wild season, and these two teams have gotten to know each other quite well over the course of the last, 6 weeks. This will be their sixth consecutive matchup against one another. The Ice having won 4 of 5 so far, with Adelaide handing Melbourne its only defeat. That came on a Sunday 4 weeks ago right here at Henke Rink. Now with the Sochi Winter Olympics done and dusted a week ago today, pretty much the most important hockey game in the world being played right here, right now, certainly in the Southern Hemisphere at least. But no, this is big time stuff. These two teams between them have the last 3 AWIHL championships, with the Ice winning last year, Adelaide winning 2 years ago, and just so excited again to be bringing you this one. Now the real tip factor today is this might be a tired bunch of Adelaide Adrenaline players. They had to win a game at 9 a.m. this morning for the right to appear in this grand final after losing yesterday when these two teams got together at 2:30 p.m. It was the Ice winning 2-0 behind the third consecutive shutout from Canadian netminder Liz Knox. Knoxy turned in a heck of a performance. The Ice were on their heels for the first period, having to kill off 4 penalties. They were shorthanded for nearly half of that opening period, but then ultimately, after surviving the first period, going into the second 0-0, it was 2 late second period goals that proved to be enough for the victory. The first goal, of course, to the captain, Shona Green, and the second goal, a beautiful power play slap shot from Lindsay Audia that sealed the deal. And again, of course, it was up to Knox to make it stand up. Now, in the first game played here at Meadowbank Ice House today, the Adelaide Adrenaline won a thriller, topping the Brisbane Goannas 4-3 in extra time. They went to overtime, and it was a shorthanded goal, 3-on-4, that advanced the Adrenaline here to this grand final matchup, but it wasn't without a cost. They lost import defenseman Kirsty Venus, one of the stars of the team. She hurt her knee this morning, will be unavailable. In fact, she is in civilian clothes on the bench. She will not be appearing, and that's a big loss to this Adelaide team, who rely on Venus heavily. She's a big part of their power play, and a whole lot more. Now, it will be Claudia Tom getting the start in net. It'll be the second time that she's faced the Ice. She herself was injured for the first 4 matches. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You hear the crowd making noise. We've got cowbells. We've got horns. I guess that's the old vuvuzela. It's made its way down under. And, boy, do we have a nice full crowd here for you today. Certainly the biggest crowd of the tournament thus far. This is the third game played today. Of course, that morning game between Brisbane and Adelaide. Adelaide winning 4-3 in overtime. Brisbane bounced back to win the bronze medal match, topping Sydney 3-1 in a contest that ended about 1 hour ago. And now we have a ceremonial puck drop between the two captains, Candice Mitchell for Adelaide and Shona Green for Melbourne. Face-off won by Shona Green, hopefully a harbinger of things to come. No announcements on the starting lineups yet, but 17 minutes are on the clock, and we should see who's on any moment now. But the Ice, as they are wont to do, huddled around netminder Liz Knox. Adelaide huddled around each other along their bench. The officials are getting in position, and now it's just a matter of sending out the first 5 skaters. Certainly the 2 top teams year after year after year. Although I will say a very competitive Brisbane team had a very good chance to win that game this morning. And would have been interesting for Melbourne to take on Brisbane. Those two teams haven't played since December. Well, all this familiarity has built up between these two clubs. But here we go. Coming out, the forwards for Adelaide, of course, their superstar, the British Beth Kavanagh. She'll be joined by Kate Tehima up front and Kelly Harris. The defensive pairing of Ruby Gibson and Candice Mitchell, the captain. Claudia Tom between the pipes. And for Melbourne, it looks like Maya Smith-Maravitz will be out there on the left wing of Lucy Parrington. She's got Olivia Dawson on the right wing. Christine Cockrell and Riley Padgett, the blue liners. And folks, we are ready to go. Padgett to center ice. Kavanagh to center ice. Game on. The AWIHL Grand Final is underway, and the face-off is controlled by Adelaide. Kavanagh pulls it back into her own zone, being harassed by Parrington. Lucy going right at her, but Kavanagh is able to work it over now to Tehima. Tehima brings it in across the blue line, left wing side, drops it off for Harris. Kelly Harris backhand pass right in the middle of the attacking zone, temporarily taken away, and now the puck finds its way to Liz Knox's stick. She works it around the back dasher to Maya Smith-Maravitz, who spins, still spinning, trying to maintain control of the puck and work it out. The ice are bunched up together along the near boards, and now Adelaide walks away with it. It's Tehima. Tehima takes it down low, has it stripped from her stick by Riley Padgett. The left-handed defenseman Padgett tries to pass up to Parrington that's off its mark. Now the puck finds Harris. Harris can't get a lot on the shot, and it might have gotten through to Knox's left pad. Now we've got Padgett working it across to Olivia Dawson. Her first touch of the day, she brings it to the red line and just dumps it in as a fresh batch of skaters come out for both sides. Lindsay Audia up on the forecheck. She bumps on Sari Lehman. Lehman, though, able to work it ahead to Taylor Botterill. Botterill backhands it deep. Now Georgia Carson for Melbourne works it around, but not out. At the blue line, it changes hands a few times, and now Christella Vanderwolf just misses the connection. She had a chance to send Audia, but the puck will trickle down the length of the ice, and the play is blown dead for icing. 1 minute and 24 seconds into the contest, and not a whole lot happening for either side in that first minute and a half in terms of good quality scoring chances, though Adelaide certainly had the bulk of the attacking zone time. Now it's Botterill taking the draw against Shauna Green. Knocks out of her net to chip it to the near boards to Audia. Audia collapsed upon by a pair of Adelaide skaters, and they all still battle for the puck before Lindsay Audia finally walks away with it. Tough stick work by Botterill, who bashes Audia into the boards, but Audia takes it in left wing side. She pulls up, spins, and now looking for a pass. Still looking for a pass, gets it low to Vanderwolf, who backhands it back to Audia. Audia looking to get it back to Padgett on the point. The puck is there. Riley Padgett steps into it, but now the puck is cleared only just beyond the blue line as Padgett takes it in again. Padgett works it in deep, left wing corner boards. Now brings it around behind the net. In front of the goal was Dawson. Now she goes behind it as Parrington holds on. Her pass in front, just off its mark, and now a shot towards Tom. Never quite got through, and Dawson goes to collect the puck along the four boards. She passes to Parrington. Lucy Parrington with her head up looking for a pass. A great pass in front. Puck was sitting there loose, and now Padgett keeps it in with a backhand. Parrington controls the puck. She's pressed into the glass by Diana Glass. And now Parrington spins out, still bumping with Glass. Glass, big body, using it to her advantage. And though it's Diana who pushes it ahead to Tess Reynolds, who finally gets it out of the zone with a backhand. So now the ice controlling the action as we go to 14:08 to go in the opening period. Smith-Maravitz loses puck control and now has it beaten back in her direction. Everything coming along the near boards in the Melbourne attacking zone, but now Audia behind the net has some space. Lindsay Audia pulls up, tried to work a pass to Georgia Carson. Instead gets it in the direction of Emmy Teed, but once again it's Tess Reynolds who softly uses the backhand to work it out. Now Shauna Green. The captain controls for Melbourne, drops it back to Carson. Bouncing puck, never quite made its way through to Claudia Tom. Here's Sarah Teed, hard off the bench. She works it down deep. Diana Glass run into by Green. Audia's shot saved. Brilliant opportunity. And now Emmy Teed with a shot up into the chest of Claudia Tom, who holds on for a face-off with 13:26 to go. Boy, oh boy, were there a couple of sparkling chances there, especially for Lindsay Audia, who had the puck wind up on the blade of her stick. in the slot, and nobody between herself and Tom. 2 big saves for Claudia Tom. Now Lucy Parrington takes the face-off against Bethany Kavanaugh. Parrington wins the draw to Smith-Maravitz. Smith-Maravitz spins it around, back behind goal. Here's Candace Mitchell, the defenseman, a backhander behind the net. Adelaide having a whole lot of trouble clearing the zone. Here's Riley Pageant taking it deep. Pageant looking for a pass, has the puck on the backhand side of her stick, now spins it around forehand side. Centering pass doesn't get its way through to Parrington, and now Vanderwolf pushes it to Parrington and gets a return pass. Vanderwolf loses the puck, and now here's a foot race between Kavanaugh and Cockrell. Beth Kavanaugh for Adelaide holds it backhand side, brings it around the net, centering feed, and the one-timer from Harris went wide of Knox. And now Melbourne with the puck. Now we've got a stoppage of play, and do we have a penalty, or do we have a net that needs adjusting? Doesn't appear to be any type of penalty being called. So it was the net that came off its left mooring. So a stoppage, 12:44 to go. Face-off will come to the glove side of Knox. Shauna Green wins the face-off. Won it to Georgia Carson, who worked it ahead to Audia. Now back to Green. Shauna Green's pass intended for Olivia Dawson, slightly off the mark. Sari Lehman now gets it ahead to Tehima. Kate Tehima drops it back to the blue line. Kavanaugh, slap shot. Redirected about 3 times, was sitting right in front of the net and never got through. Now out of the zone, Melbourne gets it out, but Kavanaugh controls. She's got Lindsay Audia trailing her, spins around. Audia gets a stick on it, a loose puck. Shauna Green almost got to it, but Sari Lehman got there first. Now dumped into the zone, Kavanaugh controls. Beth Kavanaugh for Adelaide, nice backhand after a little pirouette. But at neutral ice, Shauna Green gets it and comes into the attacking zone with speed. Backhand side, centering pass in front, broken up. Maya Smith-Maravitz was there, and now she's got the puck. Smith-Maravitz goes to her right, has it broken up, but now Riley Pageant makes a steal at the blue line. Adelaide bumps it out, 11:40 to go in the opening period, no score yet. Good chances for both sides. The better of the chances now have come from Melbourne. Against the far boards, Adelaide works it out. Botterill has Zoe Bowling on her right, decides to keep it herself, fires a wrister that Knox turns aside with ease. Zoe Bowling collects the puck, sends it deep. Here's a centering pass from Botterill, and Knox comes out of her crease to cover it up beside the apron of the goal. We'll have an arm. Big save with the shoulder. Now it's Vanderwolf, a one-timer from Riley Pageant. And Claudia Tom, who's going to have to play a near-perfect game if the Adelaide Adrenaline are to win, falls forward and covers it up. So we will have a face-off with nearly 7 minutes gone by in the opening period. Still no score. 0-0, 10:13 to go. Boy, was that a good look for Audia, but she couldn't get it over that shoulder. Now off the draw, it's Adelaide who walks away with it. Sari Lehman can't clear the zone, a recurring theme. And now it's Olivia Dawson skating hard after it, banging sticks with Kelly Harris for Adelaide, who works it in deep. Cockrell behind the net gets it to Smith-Maravitz. She gets it to Lucy Parrington. Lucy Parrington, such a strong skater, gains the zone left wing side. Holds it by the left circle. Centering pass, missed one-timer, but now Cockrell pinches in. Cockrell with a shot, she's upended by the body of glass. Everybody's all right, and the puck's still in the Melbourne zone. Now another body goes flying. This time it's Lucy Parrington. Adelaide sends it down the length of the ice, but it will not be icing. Tehima has it. She brings it behind the net with a lot of speed before Pageant gets there. And now a puck that makes its way out of the Adelaide attacking zone. And things settle down with 9:15 to go. Here's Lehman walking it in. 3 ice players converge, and Christine Cockrell walks away with it. Cockrell dumps it in from just outside the blue line. Fresh batch of forwards. Lindsay Audia leads the chase with Emmy Teed and Shauna Green. Now a puck that makes its way up into the Adelaide bench gives us a stoppage with 9:01 to go in this first period of a scoreless AWIHL Grand Final between Adelaide and Melbourne. Shauna Green takes the face-off opposite Taylor Botterill. Botterill wins the face-off back to Candace Mitchell, takes it behind her own net, works it along the far boards to Tess Reynolds. Reynolds with a backhand pass to clear the zone, was looking for Zoe Bowling, but Sarah Teed didn't let it get there. Now icing's waved off as Teed spun and banged it down deep. Adelaide really wanted that icing call. Here's Audia. She's got Green in front. Green can't work around to her backhand side for a shot. And it's worked out of the zone, but right back in. Green gets it ahead towards Emmy Teed. Emmy Teed knotted up with Sari Lehman. Manages to work the puck in front of the crease. Shauna Green comes and gets it for Melbourne. Her pass to nowhere. Finally makes its way back to Georgia Carson. Now the puck is loose. The shot! A save by Tom and a rebound chance for Dawson. Another save by Claudia Tom. Excellent work by the Adelaide netminder as we are now to 8:11 to go in the first period. Melbourne Ice, Adelaide Adrenaline, no score yet. After the opening few minutes were tilted in Adelaide's favor, everything's been in the Melbourne attacking zone lately. Lucy Parrington out, takes the face-off, wins it back to Riley Pageant. Her low shot doesn't get through. Maya Smith-Maravitz a chance. Now it's Dawson who had a little chip shot that didn't make it through either. Now the other way, Adelaide on its way. Kelly Harris wasn't quite sure what her teammate Beth Kavanaugh was doing. Went in offside, so Kavanaugh has to circle around. And then her attempted dump in deep is stopped by Pageant, who gets to Smith-Maravitz. She shoots it in deep as the Ice change out forwards. Audia and Green back out. Pageant, the lone defender. Vanderwolf and Teed join the fun for Melbourne. Puck taken away by Audia. She gains the zone. Lindsay Audia, right wing circle, shot, save, rebound. Puck loose, and now it's controlled and spun out of the zone by Adelaide. 7:23 to go. Melbourne really playing with just 6 forwards right now, an occasional Emmy Teed sighting as the 7th forward. But now coming up with it along the near boards, Taylor Botterill for Adelaide, dumps it in. Zoe Bowling with a low shot that's turned away by Sarah Teed. Both teams' defenders doing a good job of making sure not every puck gets through. Now Adelaide sets up behind Knox's net. Centering pass. Didn't get to its target, but it bounces to Sari Lehman, who steps in. She has it taken away by Vanderwolf, who works it hard around the near boards. Trying to find Audia, but it's kept in by Diana Glass. Now Shauna Green works it away from Glass and out of the zone. Now the puck loose and finds Vanderwolf at the red line, but Christella Vanderwolf got ahead of it. Sarah Teed controls instead. She shoots it in on goal from pretty much right in between the blue line and the red line, and now a couple of bodies go colliding into the boards. We're going to have our first penalty. It will be on Lucy Parrington for a trip. Puck is loose. Adelaide controls. They do have the extra skater, but now as Christine Cockrell touches up the puck, play stops and Parrington makes her way into the penalty box. It looked like she brought down Kavanaugh, and it'll be just a 2-minute penalty. 5-on-4, first power play of the day goes to Adelaide, who had the first 4 power plays yesterday. I'll tell you what, for a team that played at 9 this morning, Adelaide does not look very tired. And now the face-off is controlled by Kavanaugh. Tried to be punched out by Dawson, but now it's Lehman who holds it for Adelaide. Lehman fires it from the blue line to the corner to Kavanaugh, whose centering pass is off the stick of Tehima into the far boards. Now back to Lehman. Lehman head up, steps towards the slot, softly passes over to Glass, who shoots it towards goal, but it's turned aside by Pageant. Now Kavanaugh brings it behind the net. She's bumped off the puck, but maintains possession. Holding still. She glides around behind the left wing circle. Now fires a wrist shot that changed direction and ended up going to the back boards. Now Tehima works it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh behind Knox's net. Pulls it backhand side. Centering pass. Puck is loose. Knox covers up. And that one looked like it wanted to slip between the 5-hole, but Knox said no. She closed those legs. And so a face-off with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the Adelaide power play. And 5:24 to go in this first period of a scoreless AWIHL Grand Final. It'll be Shauna Green to take the face-off now for Melbourne. Adelaide controls off the face-off. Diana Glass out there, but it's Sari Lehman, the other blue liner, who fires a one-timer wide. Glass comes in, controls the puck. Now Lehman again, a one-timer, a redirection in front by Kelly Harris, and now it's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh shoots. Knox has it in her glove and holds on for a face-off. 51 seconds to go on the Adelaide man advantage. So Diana Glass playing that right point, the spot normally occupied by Kirsty Venus, who again was lost this morning with a knee. Shauna Green